there, I'm Angela Sharp, and welcome to the Daily Mix. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. I got to take my dad to the Jeffco Power Tour, which was a lot of fun. My first time there, they put on quite a great show. So many different types of cars, and I found my car twin, which you know I love, so that was cool. And then 2 weekends ago was NHRA, right? So I was very excited. So I'm gonna have to set the stage for you. Nobody told me I was interviewing anybody special. They didn't tell me anything about it. They were like, oh, you're gonna talk about the donuts today. And so I was like, oh, come get donuts, come get coffee. The very last second, a girl comes up to me and it's like, your special guest is almost here. And I was like, I have a special guest coming? Because usually I like to do a little bit of research on whoever I'm interviewing. And she's like, oh, they didn't tell you? I'm like, no, who is it? And she's like, I can't remember his name, I'll be back. And so right when the cart's pulling up, she walks over, she's like, it's Tony Stewart. Luckily, I know a lot of information about Tony Stewart. He's now in NHRA, but of course I followed him when he was Smoke and he was in the NASCAR series. So that was a lot of fun for me and I had a really great time. Now, as we kind of gear up for Halloween and all the fun that Halloween brings, I had to have Kate Bergstrom on here from the Rep of St. Louis here. She's gonna talk about some shows that are coming up. We're gonna get more in depth on what those shows are and how maybe you could get a ticket and go check them out. So let's get started on today's Daily Mix. Halloween season is upon us, like I mentioned, and the City Museum is taking fright and fun to a new level for guests of all ages. Fright at the museum includes fireside shows at the Theatre of Oddities, live seances, not so spooky stories for the little ones, organ concerts, and more. Circus Harmony is getting into the spirit by transforming into the Happy Haunted Harmony Circus, and the museum will offer a screening of the Rocky Horror Picture Show later this month to celebrate the film's 50th anniversary. Fright at the museum runs every Wednesday through Sunday through October 26th. You can find a complete schedule and more information at citymuseum.org. The award-winning Life of Pi makes its St. Louis debut this week at the Fabulous Fox. Based on the best-selling novel, the stage adaptation is a breathtaking journey of endurance and hope. After a cargo ship sinks in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, 16-year-old Pi is stranded on a lifeboat with 4 other survivors: a hyena, a zebra, an orangutan, and a Royal Bengal tiger. Told with jaw-dropping visuals, world-class puppetry, and a beautiful stagecraft, Life of Pi is a story about family and survival that speaks to every generation. Life of Pi runs October 7th through the 19th. For tickets and more information, go to fabulousfox.com. The St. Louis Jewish Book Festival is back for its 47th season. This year's event will showcase an impressive lineup of speakers and storytellers from across the globe. They have a wide variety of topics, including comedians, actors, and TikTok influencers, sports and music, interior design, a local authors panel, cooking, plants and nutrition, fine art, and so much more. There are several events taking place this October and in the coming months, with the traditional festival taking place the first week of November. You can check out a full lineup, get tickets and more at stljewishbookfestival.org. The live art market at City Foundry is also back for its first full season. Every Wednesday this October, Foundry Way will transform into an open air market with dozens of artists and makers, live music, performances by illusionist Christian the Magician, a fire pit lounge, special themed programming, and more. The first 2 weeks are dedicated to celebrating St. Louis, and the last 2 weeks will embrace the Halloween spirit with parties catering to both families and adults. The live art market will take place from 5:30 to 8:30 every Wednesday night through October 29th. You can find all the details for this and other upcoming events at cityfoundrystl.com. This October, St. Louis City SC will host City Sprint 5K. You can run, jog, or walk through the Stadium District in downtown West while gearing up and getting close looks at City SC landmarks, including the team's practice fields, City Pavilion, the Pillars of the Valley, and more. The race will end on the pitch inside Energizer Park. Pre- and post-race activities include live music and games, and they, of course, are going to be held at Lou Hughes Plaza. The City Sprint 5K will kick off at 9 a.m. on Sunday, October 19th at Lou Hughes Plaza. To register and learn more, go to STL City SC. They confuse you on that one, man. I'm telling you, that is a trickster right there. You say it backwards all day long, and then they're like, actually, to get information, go to stlcitysc.com/city sprint. All right, so I was supposed to see this movie, but they canceled the screening. However, I'm still gonna show you the trailer of this movie because I think the movie looks like it would be really, really good. This right here is the Fortune trailer.
A secret. I'm an angel. See the wings? And I switched Art's life.
You can't sleep here.
With Jeff's life.
Switch back, or this angel man will send you to hell forever. Smite him!
That's actually not my department.
Why did you do this?
I tried to show him that wealth wouldn't solve all his problems.
And now look at you.
It seems to have solved most of his problems.
You have to get Arch to go back. And until you do, I have to take your wings.
I'm fired?
You're human.
How will I know when I'm done chewing?
Oh, you've never eaten anything before. I think you'll just know. Just eat the hamburger. There you go. You're a big boy, huh?
No, I'm a big boy.
We have to get jobs, Gabriel.
Pizza was yummy. 5 stars.
Nice!
They tipped you $1.15. Don't you see how superficial a life of wealth and success ultimately is?
No.
You're smoking cigarettes now?
That's no bueno.
It's mooey, 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 no bueno, Gabriel.
The internet is amazing, Jeff. It's so useful and also distracting at the same time. I want to help you find jobs, but I also want to look at photos of baby elephants.
The whole concept of this movie is intriguing to me because there's always somebody you want to switch lives with, but you really never think about the person you don't want to switch lives with. I think it looks fantastic. Good Fortune hits theaters nationwide on October 17th. Now, I'm very excited because by the magic of television, I'm joined by Kate Bergstrom you're the artistic director of the Repertory Theatre of St. Louis. So thank you for joining us today.
Oh man, thank you so much for having me, Angela. It's exciting.
This is so exciting. So I was talking to some people and they said, first of all, you have kind of like a spooky, kind of gets you in the Halloween theme.
Oh, yeah.
So tell me a little bit about this.
This show's so exciting. For the first time, we're bringing actors, designers, artists who originated the West End production in London of The Woman in Black.
Ooh.
Classic Halloween haunt. Our PR consultant, Francis, left the light on for a week after seeing the show.
Stop!
Yes. It's sort of a classic theatrical scare that is straight from Britain, right here in our St. Louis backyard. It's gonna be thrilling. And I met the whole cast and company. They are fantastic. They've been doing it for over 20 years.
Over 20 years?
Oh, yeah.
And they're all right here, basically in our backyard.
And they're in our backyard right now. So it's a once-in-a-lifetime chance to see this West End production in St. Louis.
Now, you said they left the light on for a week, so
Yes.
is this not something for kids?
This is not something for kids. This
Okay.
is something I think sort of PG-13 and up.
Okay.
It is a thriller. It's not gory. It's not too gratuitous. It is filled with jump scares. And all sorts of really fun and wonderful storytelling with a wonderful story that, again, it sort of transcends this decade, last decade. It's been going on for over 25 years. Yeah.
That is awesome. And so I know that this show is one that you guys have been very excited about. How long is this running?
So this show is going to be running until the middle end of October, right in time for a Halloween season.
Perfect.
It's a limited 3-week run though, so you got to get your tickets now. Already we've got almost sold out for first look, so it's really exciting.
Oh, that's very exciting. Oh, I love it when a show comes and it's already getting sold out kind of before it even starts.
Well, St. Louis is a Halloween town. I'm a Halloween kind of gal, so it's pretty great to have this coming into our mix.
Now, as the artistic director, you come from an acting background.
I do. Way back when, over 20 years ago, I was an actor out in Los Angeles and then moved over to Rhode Island and got my MFA in directing. But as an actor, I think about a show like this, and it's got such theatricality led by 2 actors telling the whole story. So going back to my past, I go, this is quite an acting feat.
Oh yeah, so you were thinking like, if I was going to be in this show,
what would it take?
What would it take for you to get those characters out?
Totally, and get the story. I feel like it's like Olympian endurance, right? They are telling the story with precision, keeping you on the edge of your seats. It's fantastic.
I love it. I love it, especially when somebody like you is like, it's such a good show. Then you already know it's going to be great.
Yes, and when you really have world-class, like Broadway level of the West End actors in your midst, they are holding you right on their fingertips, right, the whole time, and that's what's so fun for me.
I love it, and this is in the regular area of what I know as the Rep.
Yes, the Rep. This is the big, beautiful thrust stage at the Rep, which still feels intimate, but
we were just talking about that backstage before we came out, because I find the Rep to be a great place to watch a show, because although it is, I keep calling it the bigger theater, it's because you have like a smaller set of stages.
Yes.
But it is still very small, and you do kind of feel like you're right in with them.
Deceptively so, right? No seat is further than 20 rows back from the thrust stage, but we can still, if we open the bays, hold up to 900 plus people. Our goal, though, is to keep this show intimate, have the feeling of you're right in the theater with these men, this abandoned theater, talking about this crazy story that happened to one of them. But again, you're seeing the person next to you, and you're going to end up making a lifelong friend, because one of you is definitely going to yelp at the other one.
One of you is definitely going to scream.
Exactly.
Oh, that's so fun. And then you have a smaller stage, which I think you call the black box.
Yes, the black. You know the terminology, Emily. Yes. The Black Box Theater downstairs, our Steve Wolf Studio series, is in this beautiful, wonderful little black room that we configure differently every time. And for the first time in my tenure here, which is, again, not too long, we're doing In the Round, The Brothers' Size by Trell McCready.
So first of all, In the Round is remarkable for anybody who has not seen a play in the round. Because talk about really feeling like you're in it then.
Oh, yeah, and it's going to feel like almost, you're actually in this show in a Yoruba salt circle ritual, watching these men who are dancing and moving, and music is pounding like in it, right? You're right in the action with them. You're going to feel the sweat dripping, and you're going to have that sort of pulsing heartbeat sync up with the rest of the folks in the theater with you.
Well, what's the premise of this show?
This show is stunning. If you've ever seen Moonlight, the Academy Award-winning film by Trell McCready, this is a precursor that he wrote, essentially, about 2 brothers facing one coming out of incarceration, and how to connect and find each other and find freedom in this world. It's beautiful, it's touching, it makes me cry, it makes me laugh. It's all of the things that you expect an Academy Award winner to write in a play.
Well, absolutely. It sounds like it would be amazing to see, especially in the round.
Oh, yeah. And we've got 2 St. Louis icons working on it. Jackie Thompson, who's the artistic director of Metro, is directing the show, and Kervin Dothett Boyd, who is the incredible dancer who also runs the St. Louis, the Dance Theater of St. Louis here, formerly Big Muddy, is doing all the choreography.
And this is a very high dancing show.
Yes, it's movement based. There's a ton of movement, and there's incredible foley and soundscape that you're going to be sort of immersed in with the characters, and they're going to be moving and dancing the whole time.
That is awesome, and it sounds like it'd be a spectacular show to see.
Oh yeah, and I feel like if you want to come and have an immersive experience, you really want to be part of an event, we limit this. This is under like 120 seats. We want to keep this tight, so that you are feeling like you're getting something that no one else is ever going to see in the same way. It's pretty special.
And when does that run?
So that runs actually later in October into November. It is a phenomenal experience that after you get haunted in the main stage, you come down and you get profoundly rocked by this other piece at the second part of October into November.
I love it. How are you able to pull in these shows that have such draw, if you will?
Oh, well, this is, I think it's really about making sure that we are programming and producing with excellence at the helm, relevance to our audience, and then an extraordinary experience. So from the time you get into our haunted lobby to seeing the show to exiting and making a new friend, or you go downstairs and you get rocked by this incredible piece and come out, you've gone, oh my gosh, that was better than I even expected.
Right.
That's the goal every time to program as an artistic director.
Now, obviously, you guys are at the Loretto Hilton right there in Webster Groves, if you will. So kind of, how long have you guys been in this area?
Well, fun you should mention, we are coming up on our 60th anniversary next year, Angela.
Oh my gosh.
It's now 60 years.
Wow.
From our genesis with Webster University and the Loretto Hilton combination of, I don't know if you know this, but it was the Loretto nuns and the Hilton family combined that made that theater's name.
Oh, I did not know that. That's fantastic.
Oh yeah, it's a true St. Louis beloved architectural icon, this theater. So we're pretty happy to have been there for 60 years and celebrating that next season. We're gearing up for some special events.
I bet you are, and I can't wait to have you back on to talk about those big events next year. That's going to be so exciting.
Thank you.
I feel like everybody has been to a show at the Rep at least once in their lives. I feel like that was kind of the thing. But if they haven't, why would you tell them to make sure they book a ticket and come on out?
If you've never been to the Rep, great. If you have, great. Come to the Rep because it's more than theater. It's the Rep, right? It's a whole experience that only St. Louis can have and get. And it's wonderful, world-class storytelling, produced here, made by makers here, or again, coming in from the West End, right in your backyard. It's something where I hope, like we see, a grandma can bring their daughter, and then they can bring their kid, and that for many generations, folks can have the pride and joy of having a world-class theater that produces right here in St. Louis.
I mean, that's how I got my first experience. I went with my grandma and my mom, and we went to a show back in the day, and now it's kind of one of those things that you try to go to at least once a year to kind of see what's going on.
And we've got loyal subscribers. Our subscribership keeps growing for people who go, oh, this is now my community. I want to come every time and see what this show is, because there's such variety, right, Angela? My hope is that your mom and you can go to see Emma next in our holiday slot, but then you go, okay, I need a little upscale, fantastic, proper Victorian ghost story Halloween. I'm coming in now too.
Right.
And then our immersive studio series is really for adventurous theater goers who are like, I'm in. I want what's hot off Broadway. I want what's going to be shaking and shaping the world of theater. That's what our immersive studio is for.
I love it. How are you pulling in some of these shows? How are you getting some of these great shows to come and be right here in St. Louis?
Well, some of them, like Woman in Black, we program and collaborate with people all over the world. We've got people coming all the way from New Zealand for another show. It's so exciting. But then the rest of the shows, we really produce ourselves. We make with a 50% local cast company. Some of the finest artisans in the whole United States are here making our costumes, our props. Our last show, The Cottage, had handmade robes that were, people already offered thousands of dollars to buy them.
Sure.
It's so cool because we really try and program stories we love and build them from the ground up, oftentimes, in a way that you'll never see it again anywhere else like that.
And I think that there's something to be said, 50% of the people are local. And that is such a big break for those local people that do things in the theater world, that they can be a part of something like the Rep. Oh yeah, and people like, we've got Nick Few who's coming in for The Brothers Size, who, this is a world-class artist. One of our artists we work with often, Michael James Reed, Broadway actor who's now in our fold, right? We've got these world-class artists and talent that we are nurturing here. We want to show them off and have the rest of the country really pay attention. And then all those other St. Louisans get to be that close to somebody who's so great like that. Oh yeah, and my favorite thing, right, is I went to, I think it was one of the breweries, maybe Schlafly, and my friend Eric Dean White, who is an amazing actor here in St. Louis, had just done a show last year, and people recognized him and say, hey, you're that actor, right? I saw you. Yes, I saw you. And that's my favorite thing, is you've got world-class artists that you are interacting with at the grocery store here. That's what I want to celebrate as part of the Rep 60 years. It is huge, and I love that you were able to come on. Thank you so much for coming on today. We want to go through a couple more things just real quick.
Perfect.
So let's go through those shows, when they're airing, how people can get tickets.
Okay, great. Well, I'm going to make sure that these slides are going to show you the right information.
Okay, we're
Don't trust
put,
artistic
hold on one
directors
second
now.
while we put on the slide
Thank
here
you.
on the
Yes,
screen.
very important.
We're going to get the full page graphic right here for you.
Great. So repstl.org is going to get you all the information. Again, we've got things like Student Rush and Senior Rush tickets, so a student can come for $20 anytime in a run, too.
A great deal.
We've got flash sales going on, but October 8th through 26th is the Woman in Black. On our main stage, The Brother Size runs the 22nd through November 16th at the Emerson Studio, Steve Wolf Studio at Loretta Hilton Center.
That is awesome. And you guys are pretty active on your social media channels as well.
Yes,
So people can kind of see like what goes on maybe behind the scenes a little bit.
Exactly. And sign up for our newsletters. You've got the letter from Kate or Danny's Digest is giving you all the behind the scenes. We've got a new dramaturgy blog from Brian Coates, our director of lifelong learning, that's telling you everything like how the costumes get made to how the show's called throughout a run, meaning like when someone in the backstage says go and the actor runs on stage.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, see, that
So
stuff is the
all
stuff
of
that
it.
I find so interesting.
Yes, the BTS. And follow our Instagram as well. You're going to get all of those actors, takeovers, BTS, stuff like that. And it is so much fun to watch and be a part of.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much again for coming on. We love having you on here. After you follow the Rep of St. Louis, make sure you check us out. Facebook, YouTube, X, and Instagram. Let us know what you think. We, of course, want to hear from you. Who should I have on next on the show? And don't forget to download STL TV Now app and stream us at home or on the go. That's going to do it for the Daily Mix. We keep it right here on STL TV and Experience St. Louis. I'll see you next time.